Hello, thanks for joining me. This is Revelation for September, and today is Monday, September 12th, and we'll be looking at the 12th chapter in the book of Revelation. The 12th chapter begins with a portent. And if those of you don't know what a portent is, it is a prophecy or a prediction of calamity. It's a bad sign, a bad moon on the rise. And so this portent, the first one, is a woman who is giving birth. She's pregnant. She's giving birth. She's clothed in the sun, and she has the moon at her feet, and she has stars around her head, like in a crown. She's the first portent. And the second portent, well, this is where the New Testament goes, Game of Thrones. The second portent is a seven-headed dragon. I think that they could probably take the Iron Throne with a seven-headed dragon, I would imagine. However, the seven-headed dragon does not win in the contest with God. So, the woman giving birth gives birth to a son. The seven-headed dragon is waiting to consume and kill the infant. God snatches up the infant and saves the infant and sends the woman into a safe house. I'm going to use those terms. Into safety for a period of time. Now, put a pin in there because we're going to talk about this time in a minute. Then war breaks out in heaven. The seven-headed dragon, sometimes called serpent, in fact called dragon, devil, Satan. So from henceforth, we will call this creature dragon, devil, Satan. The war breaks out, and the dragon, devil, Satan loses. And so when defeated dragon, devil, Satan discovers he's on earth, he pursues the woman, angry with her for fulfilling God's purposes by having this son who will rule, and God protects her. Now, it says in the beginning that she is sent to this place that will keep her safe for a certain number of days, 1,260 to be precise, which is also 42 months if a month is 30 days long. And in our understanding, 42 months, 3.5 years. 1,260 days is the amount of time that she will be covered by God and protected by God. That it says in the beginning that she's going to be protected for 1,260 days. And then later on, it also says that she will be nourished for a time and times and a half. So here's the half. A time and times and a half. 1, 2 equals 3.5. 3.5 years. 42 months, 1,260 days. What we didn't talk about yesterday was that this numerical understanding existed in the previous chapter. That those prophets, remember the two prophets, would be prophesying 1,260 days. Or it says in my Bible, 42 months, or for us, 3.5 years, roughly. This algorithm of time is not new to Revelation. It existed in Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, and also in Daniel chapter 11, verse 7. So this is a significant period of time that exists for these apocalyptic literature. Daniel would be the same type of literature. So some people think the three woes, each of them, because of the way it is intended here, each of the three woes lasts roughly 42 months, 1,260 days, or 3.5 years. That is very important. So going forward, we'll see this in chapter 13 as well, where this time is very specific and we're told about this. So this woman is held in the cut, protected by God for an amount of 1,260 days or 3.5 years. The devil pursues her, but she's being nourished. And the battle ensues on earth, God protecting the woman from the dragon, devil, Satan, serpent. It's mentioned as the serpent later on. It's a dragon with 7 heads, and there's little crowns on each one of the heads. That's something to remember when you're making your graphic novel about the book of Revelation. So a time and times and a half time. 1 time is 1 year. Times is 2 or more. And then a half time is half a year. So 3.5 years is the way we understand that. And the dragon, devil, Satan is so angry and so mad at her that he tries to engage her. So there's been a war in heaven where he lost, got sent down to earth. He's trying to make a war with this woman. And he tries to flush her out. So he has this water come out of his mouth. And the earth swallows up the water, and she's not defeated. God protects her. And that's just, how the chapter ends. It's the woman is protected, and then the dragon was angry and went off to make war with the rest of her children. It says that her children were faithful to the testimony of God. And so that's important. Maybe these children are the Christians that have been persecuted, because it seems like John has this place in his heart for all these Christians who are being persecuted, and that because they've been faithful, the dragon with 7 heads is coming after them. What a great thing. Don't you want to join and come alongside of us? So we'll see if there's some hope in chapter 13 when more beasts arrive on the scene. But for now, the chapter 12 is where we start getting the dragon. So have a beautiful day.